Let's freaking go. Let's do this. It's another fun day to be an LSU Tiger tackle football fan. I'm looking at each and every one of you. I see Mick, I see Jared, I see Paris in here tonight. So obviously, we got a lot to get to. All right. So tomorrow, obviously, Jack Besh will be on with us for a special and rare Monday night live stream. And we're really excited about that. And of course, our spring practice coverage, as many of you know this year, is brought to you by our good friends over at the Presley Collection. And we're going to tell you what we've been working on together with the Presley Collection. It's going to be pretty cool. And Jack's really excited to share everything that we have going on with the Presley Collection. So be on the lookout for that. It is going to be nothing short of incredible. I also want to shout out my good friend Roger here. But legit, this is just, the coolest thing. I don't ever get to see and meet so many of you guys. What's up, Cliff? What's up, Crying Belly? Leonard! Skipper! That's obviously really cool. All right. And I've been getting some questions lately about meeting up. So obviously, we're looking to do it in September before the Florida State game. But guys, this was one of the big highlights of my weekend personally. You guys know Skipper. He is as diehard of a PHL fan. He supports me just as hard as any of you guys, really. And this was a rare opportunity. I got to hang out with a PHLer, and Skipper is like one of the nicest and most interesting people I've gotten to meet via this channel. And you can ask Skipper. We had a grand old time in Pass Christian, Mississippi this past weekend. So thank you so much, Skipper, for showing me around. And guys, look at the glow up here. Me and Hey, look at that. Look at how much better she just makes me look. Look at that. That's not Skipper. That's Hey. I'm kidding, Mick. So we had a really good time this weekend, and I wanted to dedicate this live stream to Skipper because he is as excited as anyone here about Jack Besh being on the channel tomorrow night. So we're really excited about what we have coming up on this channel, and I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you at some point. It's the weird thing about doing this YouTube thing is that I don't get to hang out with anyone really. Obviously, that's going to change though. That is going to change. Let's go. Yeah, there's Skipper right there. Look, he even changed his actual photo to us standing under this tree. It's so cool. The tree is actually like splitting us right down the middle. This was really cool. We had a good time. We rode around past Christian, Mississippi. And I was there this weekend for a wedding. Skipper and I got to hang out for about an hour, and I got to learn more about Skipper's crazy and awesome life. So obviously, shout out to Marcus. Thank you for the book bands and cards. Me and my boys are starting an LSU card collection. That is absolutely phenomenal. Hey, if you keep watching this channel, you're going to grow your card collection. I've got so many more I'm just going to be sending to you guys. So once again, if you do buy a shirt or a booger band, as some of you will attest, I will just send stuff. Once I have your contact information, I like to just randomly send cards out to people that have been watching the channel for quite some time. So Marcus, now that you said that, of course, I'm going to actually send you a bunch of cards pretty soon. So yeah. Obviously, a lot of LSU football stuff that we got to get to. All that sappy stuff out of the way. It was a fun weekend. Look, obviously, Jack Besh is a big story going into next year, and we'll talk about Jack and his career and how he sees himself in Brian Kelly's offense. But, we have a good idea that Jack Besh is going to continue to get better. What you have to worry about, though, is everything surrounding LSU football outside of Jack and outside of Keyshawn. And I know we had a little bit of a Keyshawn situation last week, but I do not think you need to be worried about his health. I don't think it is going to be another Derek Stingley situation where he's going to be hurt and you won't see him for most of the season. Keyshawn's going to go out there and ball out for us next year. Don't worry about that. If there's anything to be certain about, it's that Keyshawn is really, really good. And this is going to sound strange. Part of the reason why I wanted to talk about Keyshawn here to start the live stream is that I believe in Keyshawn's little bit of time playing, he was a better football player than Derek Stingley Jr. I think he is in the upper echelon of great LSU players when you just look at his per game dominance. Like, he has taken over so many games with bad quarterback play or not ideal quarterback play. Max was good in some of those spots, to be fair. So look, I'm not worried about the wide receiver room. I'm not. I am more worried about everything else on this LSU offense, right? What is LSU going to look like at running back? What are they going to look like on the offensive line? I know we're focused also a lot on 2023 recruiting. It's pretty crazy that Brian Kelly has a 2023 tight end committed, and it looks as if he's going to get maybe 2 more tight ends in this class, knowing what our depth chart looks like right now. Look at you, Danny. I can't wait until I meet Danny. That's going to be crazy. You guys know Danny is one of the best. Cosmos. What's good, SG? It's been a while. Good to see you. I know, Danny. She was a stunner. She was a stunner at that wedding. I had to fend some guys off. There's a guy that walked up to my girlfriend this weekend at the wedding, and he said, "You know what? I like your energy." And I heard him say that to her, and I was like, "Take this energy." I didn't say that. No, it was flattering, right? But it was weird. He actually did say that. It was actually something that did happen. And I like that, right? It's just funny. It's actually a sign of respect. I'm sure this has happened to some of you. You see someone hitting on your significant other, don't just get ready to like throw blows like, "You better get off of her." Esteban, what's good? Johnny 5, what's good? Skipper says I'm only 6'2". Thanks for making me feel great, Skipper, about my diminutive stature. I know I'm a shorty. So, yeah, it is what it is. What's up, Johnny 5? Good to see you. I was able to catch some of the practice footage from this past weekend. And look, it's going to be a mess. And I know 2 of you have DM'd me about the John Emery fumble from this past weekend. I think we had Kyle or someone comment about this a little bit earlier in the chat, the John Emery fumble. Don't worry too much about it. Is it a little concerning? Yes, because as you guys saw in our first installment of spring practice footage, we might release a video tomorrow as well during the day from the more spring practice footage that has come out since our last video. And John Emery also fumbled in that video. And there have been other instances where John Emery is dropping a pass or fumbling a ball in a practice scenario. Don't get too carried away with it. But let's just say the spring game happens and you see 2 more fumbles or whatever. You should start to get a little concerned. But I'm still high on John Emery. I really do think. Will he be 5-star production? Will it be Leonard Fournette level good? I don't know. But it's not the be all end all either. What's up, Josh? Good to see you. Derek Bernard Converse. Getting a little banged up in practice. Jared, what's good? So I actually did meet Jared yesterday. And this was really cool. Jared, I think I emailed you yesterday. So I was actually just in a Walgreens, just walking around, and Jared walked up to me, him and his cousin, and we talked for like, how long did we talk, Jared? That was so cool. So that has been the second time where I was stopped by someone who I had not met previously. It was so cool. So it was good to meet you, Jared. I'm actually going to get this photo pulled up here in just a second. But yeah, I don't know the extent of what happened to Jared Bernard Converse or injuries or whatnot. What I tend to do, Kyle, as far as like injuries in practice are concerned, if they do happen, once again, I wasn't as in tune because it was such a busy weekend. I've mostly only watched practice footage. It's the spring, so we don't know the extent of injuries. If it's during the season and there's a injury in practice, that's obviously something of far more serious nature. So yeah, I don't think it's something that you have to worry too much about. But hopefully it's not serious. Yeah, it was about 10 minutes. It was good. It was cool. It was cool. So yeah, and I got to meet up with Skipper as well. Let me add this. I didn't know Jared was going to be in here tonight. Let's see. Boom. That's cool. So we got a few Jareds in here. Danny, are you short too? Oh, yes. Let's go, short people. Let's go. If you're under 6 foot, say, yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Boom. This was really cool. So obviously getting to meet Skipper and Jared on the same day. So Haley and I were walking around Walgreens, and let's just say we had a rough night the night before at the rehearsal. And Jared walked up to me, and we had just a phenomenal conversation. It was really cool. And your cousin was also really great, and I think Haley did end up going to that oyster joint. So yeah, that's really good stuff. Good to see you, Jared. 5'11" and 3/4. Josh, just going ahead and give you that 6 foot, baby. So obviously, just reading the spring practice reports over the weekend, it's really interesting how different things are being done, right? So I caught some of Myles Brennan's press conference quotes. I liked his demeanor. I liked his attitude in the press conference. And look, let's just say for some reason Myles Brennan never plays at LSU. Let's just say it doesn't happen. Jayden Daniels wins the job and you never see Myles Brennan strut out there for LSU. I still don't think he would view his career as a negative, right? Number one is he did technically win a national championship. So he always has that. It is so much easier in life to announce yourself as a former national championship winning college football player, right? It makes it so much easier. The second thing is Myles Brennan, if I am not mistaken, met his wife and or fiance. I think he met her at LSU. So the most important life event in his career happened at LSU, right? He got a world-class education. He's obviously gotten some great name, image, and likeness deals. He's gotten to play some at LSU. Let's not act as if this career has been a complete disaster for Myles Brennan, no matter what happens, right? It seems like he really loves being here, especially with his family's connection to the area. So even if Myles Brennan doesn't actually work out, it's okay. It's not the be all end all. It really isn't. So I know it's kind of crazy. I know it's supposed to be, well, if you didn't, start for a full year and win 10 games, your career is for naught. Well, in all due fairness, Myles did have some of the craziest injuries. And we shout out our first super chat of the night. Throw some hands up in the air for Jared. Thank you so much. I freaking love it. First super chat of the night. I really do appreciate you. Chicken and steak hibachi, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Danny 5'3". Let's go, Danny. Skipper's got a 5'2" wife. I love it. Oldest daughter's 4'11". What's up, Andrew? Tell me what's good. Yeah, it's not a disaster, but it hasn't lived up to the potential he had coming in. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Also, quick announcement here. Next Sunday, we'll do a live stream. I am out for next Saturday night as well. So we won't be doing a live stream next Saturday. It'll be another Sunday live stream. So be on the lookout for that. So once again, not next Saturday, next Sunday. Some of you might prefer Sunday night. Some of you are probably mad at me because you'd rather watch the Oscars. I don't know. But still, next Sunday will be our next live stream. I'm 6'2". Let's see. I'm 6'2", and Gail is 5'8". Okay. Just sitting out there. I don't know if it's legal or not. I'll be staying after the Jack Besh when he's on tomorrow night. Just yeah, don't actually let's not do that. Okay. You can once again, you guys know how I am about this, right? So this is going to be our first current player interview. You cannot send money to Jack Besh, right? You can't just send it directly to him. I still think that's against the rules, right? So there you go. Now, you can super chat tomorrow, send money to me, but if you can't, if I get it clear to where, Jack Besh could say, hey, my Venmo's this, send it here. I'm fine with that as well. He's coming on our channel. I'm really excited about it. But I do not want this to be the channel that gets one of LSU's best players in trouble. So once again, Jack will be on with us live tomorrow night. And let's not get crazy. We're not, don't be like, hey, I got a Lambo for you. You go through a burner account. You guys should know how this works if you're actually an SEC football fan. Oh my goodness. So Marcus is in here too. He's actually a trucker. He's a professional trucker. I-10 Roman is also a PHLer. I don't think he's in here. Congratulations, Andrew. That is my favorite profession. I don't BS about this. It just is. Now I'm not talented enough to be a trucker, but that's really good stuff. Shout out to you, Andrew. It's only illegal if you get caught. That is true. I'll be at work, but if you can't ask to hit the gritty after a touchdown. Truckers are hard worker. Roger Dodger says, I'm the NCAA narc. Laura, I was going to start a GoFundMe for the Alabama game. $100 to any players per catch gets Elias Ricks. I think that's fine. Like Bounty Gate, but in a good way. I'm putting a bounty out on Elias Ricks. If you moss him, I'm giving you $5,000. I'm fine with it. No, I'm just kidding. But you'll see tomorrow. I'm going to be very careful because I don't want to be that person, right? I'm very careful about this stuff. Roger says I'm bribable. There you go. It is that's an interesting observation, Jackson. I've noticed that as well. A lot more knee braces during the spring. How crazy is that? So yeah, those knee braces go for like $800 a pop too. Like that's the crazy thing about those braces is they're expensive. They're very expensive. All right, Jared, I'll send it to you. I still got your email. Let me see. Oh, it didn't go through. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. I guess Past Christian doesn't have good Wi-Fi. I just sent it to you with the photo attached to it. Everyone, welcome Jared. Jared's watched our channel for a while. but now he's commenting. Kind of bullied him into it. I was like, Jared, if you're going to stop me in a Walgreens, you got to start commenting and be a part of the PHL community, baby. AYS, my guy right there. Let's go. What's up, Blake? Good to see you. Blake, did you wear knee braces when you played? OL? What's up, everybody? Finally getting tuned in tonight. Let's go, Jason. Let's go. So once again, big shout out to Andrew. He's kind of becoming one of our top PHLers as well, graduating from trucker school. That's good, man. That's good stuff. I've got to know, though, like every time I see a Love's, I have to stop at Love's. I do, right? Because Love's has the cherry soap that feels like sandpaper, but it feels so good on your hands once you rinse it off and you just smell those. How many of you have used the cherry soap at Love's? Anyway, shout out to Rob. Many people seem to be giving the new QB the job. I remember people saying the same for Max and before that for Jordan Jefferson. Let it play out. I still think Myles is the best. I think Myles is our best bet with our receivers. What's up, Rob? Rob with our second super chat tonight. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let's go. Now we're going to change with the poll question. Let's do this. I like how Love's, though, has dog parks for, like, their customers. What's up, Ryan? Ryan said finally made a live stream. You've been to a live stream before. Oh, Jackson wants to talk some Greg Penn. I'm down to talk some Greg Penn. Also, I would be a bad LSU fan if I didn't say this. This just flat out sucked. The Damon Clark news. Did you guys hear this? That he's going to miss all of next year with a spinal injury. Really sucks. All right, Rob, this super chat is for you. This poll question is for you. Yeah, it was a herniated disc. Yeah, Jack Best should be on tomorrow night, right? Spoke to him last week on the phone. Really excited about this with Star, and we got a lot to talk about, obviously. And it's going to be great. It really is. I don't know, Jason, you don't know how those things actually heal, right? Man, it sucks. It really, really sucks. Also, good to see you again, Tomcat. It's been a while. There you go. So the poll question's up for Rob in a super chat. He says with our receivers, Myles gives LSU the best option. Let's see here. Don't forget, our Jack Besh interview link is down below. Yeah, I don't know. Well, for sure, he's not going to go first round. He for sure won't go second or third round. I mean, it's just tough, right? Because a linebacker just doesn't move the needle as much in the NFL as other positions do. That's not saying Damon Clark is a bad linebacker. It's kind of sucky because he plays a position that a lot of people in the NFL view as very interchangeable. So I just don't think a team is going to use a whole bunch of draft capital on a linebacker who had a late breakout age. It's tough. It really sucks for him, right? Because what's interesting is at the Senior Bowl, he looked fine. He didn't miss any action for LSU, and it's not as if he's really hit anyone in the past couple of weeks, but these things happen. They do. This might be true. Might be better as an unsigned free agent. So there you go. Phantom. Let's go. What's up, David? Good to see you. I like this fit right here. Mario Davis. I like that. Shout out to the Arkansas State Red Wolves and DeMario Davis. Trey, what's up, man? It's been a while. I'm just kidding. Trey always keeps up. So Trey actually has a really, really busy life. And the fact that I'm still able to be a part of it makes me very excited to be a part of your life, Trey. I know that got really deep, but you do a lot of stuff. So I appreciate you always supporting the channel with the super chats. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that spring football is finally going that I've almost forgotten the last 2 years. Anyone else? I think Clark will ultimately get his in the NFL. Let's go. So yeah, could Damon Clark come back and be potentially a Pro Bowl linebacker down the road? Yes. I do think though, when he comes back, they're going to want some value out of special teams as well. So that's obviously going to be huge, but we know Damon Clark can play special teams. Sip G, what's good, man? I'm so excited that spring football is finally here that I've almost forgotten the last 2 years. It is funny how much turning the page can be for just anyone, right? Like, especially going to get a coach to the level of Brian Kelly. I do feel, and I know we have a lot of viewers in Lafayette, okay? I do feel the energy would have been different if LSU had not hired a coach like Brian Kelly who has accomplished so much, right? With a guy like, let's say, Billy Napier, who's not had the same level of success, but has had a lot of success, I don't think a lot of us would feel as confident about right now as the confidence that we do have right now, right? I just think the Brian Kelly hire just makes people so freaking excited because of the caliber of coaches that have won national championships at LSU in the past decade and a half. So I do feel the energy shifting, right? And you hear these stories, these behind the scenes stories about what's going on at LSU right now. How Brian Kelly is putting up like performance sheets and doing a bunch of accountability drills and on and off the field accountability, even giving point systems out for players to succeed on and off the field. And obviously last year, things began to be very rancid for LSU. And that's not good. It's not good at all. So it's good. It is very refreshing to see, right? So really excited about that. There you go, right there. The buzzword. The buzzword was alignment, but now it's accountability. Let's go. Speaking of accountants, tax season is here. I'm kidding. Some of you probably thought I had another sponsor read, but I don't have a sponsor read. I don't have any reads other than the Presley Collection. Tomorrow night, Jack Besh on with us. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to reveal what we have going on with Anthony Starr Presley. It's going to be so crazy. We're going to tell you about some diamonds, baby. Diamonds. Diamonds. Let's go. What's up, Ray? Good to see you. Diamonds. Hey, back in Foley, Alabama. Good to see you. Sip, I am feeling I'm here. Huh? Went to this wedding this weekend was just crazy. It was just non-stop festivities, right? It was so crazy. It was crazy. You guys know I love to eat. They had a char-grilled oyster bar. Are you kidding me? Unlimited char-grilled oysters. Your boy was legit Zeke Elliott them things that scraping off that garlic parmesan, baby. You know you love it. No, Jack's on tomorrow. You didn't miss anything, vet. Danny, I agree with you. There's a spark. Like there's new energy and renewed investment from fans. I agree with you. Tactical and technical. Let's go. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to meet next. So I got to meet Skipper this weekend. Guys, have to admit, Skipper's one of our goats here. David, there was some of that too. What up? What up? What up? So let's check in the poll question for Rob. 63% say no, Myles Brennan is not LSU's QB1. So there you go, Rob. I got a poll question for you in there. So yeah, about 31 minutes into it. Let me just say this. I'm only going to spend 2 seconds on it because I couldn't name more than 5 players on this team, right? And I am just LSU football. But it never makes any sense to me that people overreact to LSU baseball losses. The season is so long, right? Now, if they lose a gazillion series in a row, I totally get it. And I know they lost game 1 to Florida and they lost those other games to whoever they played the first weekend. But these seasons are so long. This is not college football. College baseball and college basketball are different. You can start bad and then get hot. So, once again, not LSU baseball expert. I just wanted to share that really quickly because I do get LSU baseball questions. I'm just telling you from a macro viewpoint, doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, back to football. What's up, Doc? Good to see you. You can go to Germany. I'm down. Oliver Kahn, Michael Ballack, some of my favorite German athletes. Who else do I like? Tony Kroos is one of my favorite German footballers. Philipp Lahm, Bayern Munich. Johnny is a Corey Kiner believer. No, okay. So Shaggy's, I saw that place. Shaggy's was like the only place we didn't go. It was crazy. I saw that though. Let's just say we'll keep it a mystery. Get it? Shaggy used to help solve mysteries, and that was such a bad dad joke. But yeah, I didn't see it, but it did kind of look mysterious just out there on the water. What's up, Adam? Good to see you. It's been a while. So Brennan has a shot of really good one. Yeah, he does. He does. This is a good question here from Doc. Doc, you've been slipping a little bit. Coming in 30 minutes late. Been hiding from me. Trying to concoct a better Stacey Dash story. I know it. I know it. Doc, look, they're giving Cardell a lot of these first team reps. And look, at the end of last year, he played fine. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't phenomenal. It wasn't like, he was at left guard and Ed Ingram was at left guard and Cardell was at right guard. Obviously, Ed was playing. You could see a clear difference in the ability of the left guard and the right guard. And Cardell did make some mistakes in that A&M game, but at least he got the experience. Sometimes it's just important for players to play games so they know going into the offseason, hey, I need to work that much harder to play at that level. So that's it's a really good topic. Can Cardell actually hold on to that starter's role? So we'll see. Kyle, we got to, I mean, look, this channel is comprised of 80% dads. So dad jokes are very important for this channel to stay alive. If I don't do dad jokes, then I lose my audience. That is my P1 demographic, are dads. So you got to have dad punny jokes. Ooh, Wes Weeks and Kobe Fields. I'll say this about Kobe Fields, right? He looks the part. When you watch him, just his frame, he looks like a Division I linebacker. But right now, that room is a position that was once a question mark, but is now is a little bit of a logjam, right? Like right now, I would say Mike Jones has the best shot to be a starter, but I would say both those linebacker spots are up for grabs. And I've listened to Mike's phenomenal interviews with Blake, and he keeps saying those buzzwords as well, is not necessarily the word accountability, but just the importance of staying on top of your game. The linebacker room is wide open. I would feel pretty comfortable saying Mike Jones will be a starter next year, but it's wide open. Jared Small is back. He is practicing. Josh White, you're starting to see him more in drills, right? He's back. Greg Penn, that is a guy that Damon Clark loved last year. And he, like Cardell Thomas, got to play a lot last year. And while it may not have been the best, at least you're on the field and you know what it takes to play at that level. So, look, you would guess Micah Baskerville and Mike Jones would be your starters just based on experience at LSU, just based on their overall experience in general. But who knows at this point, right? Micah Baskerville didn't play in spring football at all last year. So this position, wide open. Wide open. I would say that as of right now, Mike Jones is probably the best linebacker on the team. Don't know why he didn't play more early last year. But what do I know? But yeah, I could see anyone starting there. I really can. I could see a wide range of people starting there. I can also see something that LSU has not done in quite some time, which is a heavier rotation at linebacker. I can see that next year. I could see there being different linebackers on the field for third and long than what there is for second and medium, third and medium. And what takes it even to another level is, well, this Harold Perkins guy. What is his role actually going to be? So linebacker has gone from a position where you felt very concerned to now it is a wide open race, and there are some hungry thoroughbreds in the stable wanting to get those snaps. So we'll see. Paris. Are you going to New Orleans, Paris, for the Final Four? Coach K's last stand? Going up against Hubert Davis, first year in North Carolina? It was kind of crazy, right, with the basketball tournament. It was all about St. Peter's and the upsets, and the 4 teams in the Final Four are North Carolina, Duke, Villanova, and Kansas. Arguably the 4 best programs in the sport. And the Elite 8 was what? That was Sweet 16. But still, like you had like UCLA and a bunch of these other blue blood programs. I'm like, really? A Big Al. Glad the wifey's doing better. Keep me posted. You know what's funny about the Mike Jones Who thing is for people that don't understand hip hop references, they are still perplexed. They are still perplexed like crazy. Blessed is with the Brennan bandwagon. That's all good. Oh, David. David, don't get Paris started in here. She's a diehard Duke Blue Devil. She goes to sleep thinking about Grant Hill and Christian Laettner and Zion Williamson. She loves Duke basketball. So great. Oh, Trey's on the Brennan bandwagon too with Blessed. I like it. I like it. So we did this during the last live stream, and a lot of you partaken in the live stream. So there you go. Let's do it again. 5 booger bands for 25. We'll do it again. 5 booger bands for 25. I will also, if you are a Saints fan, if you want it, I'm going to include this Marcus Colston card. But first, let's go to Danny. Just a question, don't come at me. Would a playoff expansion in college football give an opportunity to have more Cinderella stories in football like we see in March Madness and less of the monopolies? Thoughts? Okay. So, Danny, this is actually part of the reason why I'm starting a separate YouTube channel to talk more about general college football in the SEC. That is probably going to start in mid-May, right? So I'm putting together a content schedule for what exactly is going to work the best. But for me, Danny, I think college football playoff expansion is not a good thing. There are some positives of it because more teams being into the playoff is better. Jared, thank you for the other super chat. Really appreciate you, my friend. More teams being a part of the college football playoff does add more general interest to the college football playoff, which is obviously a really good thing. Okay. We want USC and Miami and all these wonderful historic college football programs to get into the playoff because it does add more pizzazz. It would also lead to less opt-outs. And it's good for the non-diehard college football fan that likes to helicopter in just for the playoffs, right? Kind of like what March Madness does, right? Just by the look of it, there's probably 5 of you watching this live stream that is a diehard college basketball fan. You know who Ed Cooley is. You know who, you know how important Providence versus Seton Hall is. You know how important all these rivalries are. Okay. We need March Madness for us to be more interested in college basketball. We don't need a college football playoff expansion for us to be more interested in college football. But the general public does. They are turned off with the fact that a playoff only has 4 teams. But the issue, Danny, is it is a myth that more upsets will come if there is a more expanded playoff. It's just not true. Alabama is not losing to a 16 seed or a 12 seed in the first round. It's just not going to happen. It hasn't happened yet. We have seen Boise State beat Oklahoma. We've seen some really cool upsets, but still, let's go. Ready for Jack Best, Jarvis Landry Jr. tomorrow night. What's up, Max? You know I got you on that, baby. No, I'm getting the super chats, baby. I'm all about it. But the college football playoff, the question, Danny, just required me to go on a longer answer because I just don't think more upsets would happen with a more expanded playoff. So there you go. Max, thank you so much. Max is just all fired up for Jack Best tomorrow night. I am too. I really am. Let's see. Yeah, Danny, I'm for sure getting them. I'm sorry, it just took me a while to answer your question. More wishbone next year. Let's go. Brennan already has a great relationship with the receivers and good reads. Just not much of a scrambler. True. As far as a scrambler, and he's got a great arm. But we'll see. You know, I think Jayden, Walker, and Nuss work out a lot with the receivers as well. As far as where they are now in their development, I also think Jayden just got there. So as far as chemistry with the receivers are concerned, he's not going to have any. Oh, you got behind in the video. Oh, okay. No worries. It happens all the time. So it's very important if you are watching the video. You know, sometimes you can rewind it and be further behind. It happens a lot. So no worries. It's all good. Max, there's not much consensus out there, right? So there's some video of 11 on 11 drills. There's just not. Number one, it's hard to draw anything from spring football anyway. But number two, it's for instance. So if I say that this is the issue with it. If I say John Emery fumbled during a drill, then who knows? He might have heard a whistle and just gave up on the play and just dropped the ball. He did have a fumble, but doesn't mean John Emery has a fumbling problem. No, he's never really had issues with fumbles during his LSU career. So yeah, it's tough because what happens is if I have a really super hot spring football take, it becomes universal. Like it that's why I'm not like really one way or the other about Myles Brennan or Jayden Daniels because Jayden Daniels is still getting his stuff probably moved into his apartment. It wouldn't shock me if Jayden Daniels doesn't have Wi-Fi yet. It is a you know what to move your life from one part of the country to the other. So it's crazy. Aaron's in the building. Let's go. I think Keyshawn's still the fastest receiver, but Hilton is probably number 2. I like Kiner Corey Kiner's being slept on a little bit. I love it. I believe reading too much into the passing, scrambling, overlooking the character stuff BK is invested in. That's true. It's a good point, Danny. We touched on it a little bit, but the individual things that they're doing. It's not just using those buzzwords like culture and all those things. They're actually doing like specific exercises that help the players do what they got to do on and off the field. So it's really cool stuff. Yeah, let's see your thoughts on the more compressed version of BK's practices and the players' consensus that accountability being the first and foremost. Yeah, as far as the compressed practices, Brian Kelly says his practices are 90 minutes, but they're really fast paced. You're going to see a lot more coaches do shorter practices just because there's all this exercise science out there that says body recovery is one of the most important things. So you never want to overextend your players in practices that are so far away from the season anyway, right? So, it is very interesting. It does follow a trend that's throughout college football. I know if you're, let's just say you're over the age of 30 or above and you played high school football, you grew up, hearing the stories about Bear Bryant or just your own personal high school, the two-a-days and the dog days of summer, and we need to beat the snot out of whoever. And you just end up tackling your own players and doing all these tackling drills for what? So, yeah, I mean, it's very interesting how different everything is. What's up, Brendan? Good to see you. Oh, is that true? I did not know this. I did not know that that Wi-Fi was universal. It might have been that way for me at LSU. I don't remember. I don't know. It's so long ago. Let's see. From Orgeron to BK is very jarring in the press. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Grayson, the Quincy Wiggins shout out. I like it. Take a look at the poll question here for Rob G, his super chat. All right, Rob, you're getting outnumbered here, basically 2-1. Myles Brennan being the best quarterback for this team. Jared, hey, look, drink that water out of a water hose, baby. You got to love it. No, Wiggins is a freak of nature. He is a large human being. Big Al's always loved him some Pig Cage. It's still one of the best names. Shout out to the Rummel Raiders. Cool. Mekhi Gardner train. I love it. KMC, the Xavier Carter. So, Don, your laugh is hideous. Please stop, dude. Oh, my God. People, we can't have fun when talking about LSU football. That's my new laugh, just for Don. That's my new laugh. Y'all blame Don for that. I don't know how a laugh could be hideous, though. Laugh is joy. It's supposed to be about joy. But no, your laugh. Me, he's talking to me. Hadn't commented at all. But he said, look, I'm going to make an account, put a big D on there. Because that's the grade I give this channel after that hideous laugh. That's funny. Exactly, man. Laughs are weird anyway. Oh, man. It's not like I don't do it like a gazillion times. I'll do it like 5 to 10 times in the course of a 2-hour live stream. Huh? Oh, man. Yeah, Chris, you're not the only one that's getting screwed over by this, right? So Corey Kiner and Noah Kane are like the same type of back. Like both of their strengths are their strengths. And they both wear number 21. And Noah Kane did transfer to LSU early in the process. So, Chris, you're not the only one that has thought Noah Kane was actually Corey Kiner and Kiner changed his jersey number. But no, Corey Kiner is number 21. Noah Kane is not coming until the summer. It's tripped me out as well. But yes, Noah Kane is not an early enrollee. Harold Perkins is not an early enrollee. So it's not just it's not just high schoolers coming in. It's also college football transfers aren't all early enrollees. The Kawhi laughed, Andrew, is actually pretty legendary. So there you go. What's up, sauces? What's up, Friday? Good to see you, man. Got the soundproof walls. That's my favorite thing, man. I love it. Oh, hold on just a second. Let me check on something real quick. Because I didn't get to watch any of this game tonight. But last I checked, official Friday, your Los Angeles Lakers, and I wish Jeremy Hill was watching this, Jay Hill's Los Angeles Lakers blew a gazillion point lead tonight versus the most exciting 10 seed in the NBA, and that is the New Orleans Pelicans. Pellies win, baby. So, official Friday, you didn't miss anything. You came actually just in time. Let's go. I freaking love it. A 9 seed. So we jumped. Let's go. Let's go. Pellies. Let's go. Let's go. Flock up. Let's go. I'm appalled. Friday, look. Here's the thing is if you're a Lakers fan, you have had the absolute best of the best when it comes to being an NBA fan. You've had what? 5 of the 20 best NBA players of all time that would be on every single person's top 20 list. LeBron, Kobe, Shaq, um, Magic, and Kareem. Those 5 are on everybody's top 20 players of all time. Okay. So anytime the Lakers lose, it's not the end of the world if you're a Lakers fan, right? You've gotten five of the all 5 of those guys could be in the top 15. Probably are. But I mean, go. And everybody's gonna get in with this play-in game. I don't get the play-in game, and I'm a Pelicans fan. Because we'll need the play-in game, it looks like, but still. It's true, Big Al. Getting the tight end position set. Locked On Pelicans. What's the host name, of that? I don't know what this is a reference to, but the host is really talented. I've seen him on social media. He's got a beard. Um, Chris is a Kyron Lacey believer. I like it. I don't know why this new chair I got, it just sinks. I don't know why it sinks. Look at this. So do I have to tighten this? Chair issues. It might have been because I ate too much at the wedding. But I was thinking before last week, before I ate my face off with char-grilled oysters. Was I the host for Locked? No, I was never the host for Locked On Pelicans. Uh-uh. Wait, do you know more about my career than I did? No, I'm just kidding. No, I've never done any real Pelicans I mean, I've had so many gigs. I might have been on the show before. I don't know. Jake Madison. Okay, yeah, that's his name. Jake Madison. Dude's a beast, man. The dude, just you could just see how much passion he has. There you go, Friday. Love the new camera too. So yeah. But obviously, it's spring. Injuries are going to be weird at this point. You don't know the severity of it. Also, something else to keep in mind with spring football, injuries might not be severe at all, but they are erring with a super duper side of caution. So yeah. Biggest thing I don't understand is why is Wire running at left tackle with the ones and Frazier with the twos? I don't know, Chris. Some of it, I mean, look, some of it is just experience, right? Cam has started a lot. Now, I've shared this before. I think he's a better guard than he is tackle, but we'll see. Oh no, 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 no. I have done Pelicans videos. It wasn't for Locked On though. Uh it was for chat. But no, it wasn't. It was I didn't do Locked On. No, I did. I have done Pelicans videos, so. But honestly, this is how I feel right now. And Cam Myers started a lot of games for LSU in hostile territory, right? He started a game versus Auburn in Auburn. He started a game versus Alabama and Bama. He's a very seasoned veteran. He's really well liked from what I gather. Once again, it's still so early in all of this. And look, the offensive linemen haven't really, as spring practice moves along, the coaches will get to see more reps in one-on-one individual drills where you have the defensive lineman going up against the offensive lineman, and you'll get a better look to see if so and so is the best person for this unit right now. So yeah, I will say this as well. You don't want to put too much on Miles Frazier at this point, simply because of this, and this is very important. You don't want to put too much pressure on his shoulders already, because we are in a all right, Creek, we'll see you, man. We'll see you tomorrow night. We are in a position where our offensive line may not be that great next year. I hope it is awesome. I believe in Brad Davis, but there is a lot of work to be done on this offensive line. Brian Kelly said it during his opening press conference. This is a really hard position to play. So, Greg, are you working out tonight? Everyone wants to know, are you in the gym? I'm waiting to see who the sleeper of the spring, offensive and defensive. Yeah, look, sleeper for me on the defensive side of the ball. And by sleeper, it is a deep cut sleeper. I'm actually going to go with my guy Max and say Ray Darius Jones. That is a deep cut sleeper. On the offensive side of the ball, I'm going to roll with Marlon Martinez. Those are my two deep cut sleepers for right now. Where if you're a diehard LSU football fan, you know who both of those individuals are. And you also know that they have played some, but they haven't really played extensively. So we'll see. And that's just for you, Greg. Thanks for all the cash apps. And man, dude, you've been there for me, man. For coming up on over a year now, man. You've been just killing it in here. All eyes on LSU. Let's go. Ooh, Greg Brooks, the Arkansas transfer. For years. True. But our relationship has gotten tighter, over the last couple of months, and I really do appreciate it. It just gets me so excited when I hear people say that they listen to the channel in the gym. Getting that pump in, baby. Let's go. I'm listening to my guy talk about Sage Ryan getting pick sixes next year. Let's go. That was bad curling motion. You want to slow down that rep and get the bicep. You want to get good bicep movement. Huh? I like a CJ Gardner Johnson reference. That good bicep form? You gotta love it, baby. If I went to the gym, I'd listen there. Gotta give Greg a random motivational shout out every live stream because you know you're listening. Greg's always got me on in the background, baby. What it, those shoulder presses. Let's go. Let's go. You want to know what's crazy? So the wedding band last night played Signed, Sealed, Delivered by Stevie Wonder, right? I wonder, like that song is just so great. Like those legendary hits, like that in September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like when they were in the studio mastering the track and all that stuff. I wonder if they knew in that moment that they had one of the biggest songs to ever happen. Like I bet you it still blows their mind. The people that are still alive from that time, if they knew that those songs would still be so transcendent. Like it's crazy now, like music technology is just so much more advanced, like with all these synthesizers and all that stuff. It's just crazy. It's so crazy to me, like how much better those songs are than a lot of the current stuff. Like those songs are just so freaking great. I don't know why I went on that rant. David, we'll see you, man. See you tomorrow night. This is such a great comment. This is our live streams. Did you see the new tight end recruit for the 2023 class Beast? September best song ever. It's true. It's up there. It's up there. But yeah, I saw it. Alan True of 247 had a good report on that guy. His name slips my mind. But yeah, LSU already having Mac Markaway committed, and then of course the Galloway kid, another tight end in that class, looks to be trending in LSU's direction, and they could get a third. What's up, Britt? Megan Thee Stallion songs. You never know. Sam Cooke. That's crazy. Martinez is going to be your starting center next year. Galloway is 2024. Interesting. Let me see. That's so interesting. That kid is so huge already. Okay. Cool. That's even better. No. That is true. Galloway is 2024. Thank you, motherfucker, for keeping me keeping my head straight. I appreciate you. But yeah, getting the tight end commitment that they already have is obviously really good. And once again, that's always been Brian Kelly's best position that he's recruited and developed and all that stuff. So there you go. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Let's see. I thought Sam Cooke was born in Louisiana for some reason. I'm looking Clarksdale, Mississippi. So crazy. Sam, okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him, Doc. I'm really not. I thought for some reason he's from Louisiana. I'm not as big in music history as you guys know. It is nuts though how like a lot of these songs, my main point to Big Al was like a lot of these songs never get made. And so many of these hit songs are like made, it's written for someone else and they say no to the song. and that song ends up launching the career of somebody else. It's nuts how that works. Paris is going to NOLA to the Final Four. And Paris, I wish I was going down there this weekend. I'd love to hang. Dang, I hate that. If it was this past weekend, I'd be able to. But no, can't do it. So if any of y'all going to the Final Four, let Paris know. It's kind of a bucket list thing. You know, something else, Paris, is actually tickets to the championship game can be cheaper than the actual Final Four itself because fans from all four teams buy tickets for both games. And if they lose the first game, they're trying to fly out and get out of the city, and they'll sell their tickets for cheaper, and you can get good tickets to the championship game. Then we struck a chord with Big Al tonight. I don't know, Doc. I was able to go to the last Final Four. Someone just invited me to go, and that was the Anthony Davis Thomas Robinson final. Do you think Florida State can go back to the playoffs, Sib G? And we also Sib G updating the profile. I like it. You going to the spring game, Paris? I don't know if I'm going just yet. I'll see. I kind of want to take Hey. But the thing is, I'd have to be able to find somewhere to do the show after. Spring game. BT, what's good? Paris says, I'm just going to New Orleans. I don't care if I actually go to the game. Paris is like, I'm a Duke fan, but this trip is more of just giving me an excuse to go to New Orleans. Sip G is buying some Florida State hype? Really? Really? They want to run him out of town and hire Dion. Greg, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Goes a long way. I appreciate you. And you get to pick the next topic, Greg. Oh, there you go. I like the foundation and the structure BK is setting right before our eyes. And I don't care which player leaves. It'll be the best for the future. Yeah. I mean, look, I would prefer every player stay. But sometimes it's better, and it's just true. Sometimes it's just better for both parties to get a fresh start. Right? So it's not as if, when a player transfers, it's just an awful situation all around. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it's just better for both the player and the team for them to go somewhere else. Right? And I think a position where that is true is actually wide receiver. Right? I think we've seen the past couple of seasons, LSU just played too many wide receivers, way too many wide receivers. And I don't know why they didn't shrink the rotation. I know that you're trying to make everyone happy and you see these guys every day and they all put in so much work. And then when the season comes around, you finally play these games. It's crazy. But the truth is, the wide receiver rotation not being tightened was a bit a downfall of the LSU offense over the past couple of years. So there's no other way around it. You've got to tighten wide receiver rotation. You just do. Okay. And it's an issue. It's an issue. This is such a great comment. I moved back to Texas. Now I'm just on South Louisiana for stuff being able to go get Manda sausage at the store. What up, Bo? Good to see you, man. Bo, let me know if this is your first time chatting. I think I've seen you in here before, Bo. Good to see you. I like the Avi though, singing some tunes to your friend here. I don't know if this is a date or a family get together. I don't know. But shout out to you, Bo. Good to see you. Carter, what do you think about House starting out with the 3-4 scheme? I know the team played well when they switched it to last year. I'm down. I think Matt at Kentucky did better with the standing outside linebacker. I also think with the Kansas City Chiefs, they use a lot of standing outside linebackers. No, this didn't just happen. No. Chris Rock? What? That's crazy. I can watch it later though. I'm focused on LSU football. Okay, now Haley's tweeting me about it. I don't even know if I want to watch this. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to watch this. Will Smith? Y'all let me know. Should I watch this clip? Someone tell me. This is crazy. These are the two biggest comedians from the 90s, right? Chris Rock is probably my favorite stand-up. Actually, I don't know. Is it really crazy? So let me know. Is it crazy? Everybody is telling me about this. Oh my God. Was it? Oh, I thought he like. Oh, he was serious. No, he didn't drop him. He didn't drop him. It's not that crazy. Let me see. If I could slow-mo it, I could play it. Uh-uh. I don't think I can. Actually, let me see. I might be able to do it. I might get it. No, I'm not gonna play it. He made a ball joke at Jada. Was it scripted? Was it not? Here's my thing about this. Okay. We'll get back to it. Because you guys know, I mean, I've talked about Chris Rock on here. I don't know. Like, Will Smith has always been the master marketer, right? I don't know if he has anything coming out soon. I know Chris Rock is hitting the road again soon. And this is obviously good material for both of them. I mean, these are two icons of comedy, right? So, and it might not be scripted, but Will Smith might have said, look, this would be good for both of us. We can kiss and make up. the public loves both of us, which they do, right? I don't know. It's just tough for me to fully believe that Will Smith, in the back of his mind, before he went up there to do it, says bad publicity is good publicity, right? There's never been a pop culture moment that's made me stop to talk about it where everyone in the chat's talking about it right in the daggum center of an LSU football live stream. So I don't know. Kind of like the Will and Jada red table talk thing. But anyway, back to LSU football. All right, guys, we are approaching 2 hours. We do have well over 100 viewers, but don't want to run us too ragged because tomorrow night's a big night for the channel. Really excited about this with Star and everybody. It should be a fun night. Okay. But look, yeah, okay. So let me share this. It used to be an entertainment when Chris Rock released a special or just anyone released anything. You all had to go to the movie theater to watch it, or we all only had HBO and Showtime. But now, kind of like with this LSU YouTube channel, you guys could watch anything you want. Anything. Like if I personally wanted to learn more about what Mario Cristobal is doing at Miami, there are hundreds of great audio clips of people who know a lot about Miami football, right? You are in control of what you watch. So it's hard to promote stuff, right? Everything is being promoted to you now. So I just think Chris Rock and Will Smith know this, and Will Smith in particular. And he's like, look, this is gonna get views. Any press is good press. It's crazy. Right. But we always do it towards the end of the live stream. For the next 5 minutes, I'll answer as many LSU football questions as we can get to. As many of you see, I am not able to answer every single question during the course of the stream. Now, I always go straight to the super chats because that is what funds the channel. This allows me to get to do this full time and do all these film breakdowns. You guys know that. But, for those that stay to the stream, if I don't get to your question, I will get to it right now, as many as we can. Or if you got, there's still 96 of you in here, I will go all night, right? But I still got a film study to cut for either tomorrow. I might wait till Tuesday to drop it. I still got another spring practice thing to cut. So that's why, we normally go 2 hours. That's why I'm cutting it a little short tonight. But I will go to as many questions as I possibly can. Skipper! It was really fun meeting you this weekend. That was one of the highlights of the weekend for me, man. And I honestly went to one of the funnest weddings. And Skipper got to meet one of my friends this past weekend. It was great. Jason, yeah, I mean, look, Cade York is arguably the best kicker ever at LSU. So you do begin to question what's going to happen next, right? Let's see. Carter, can you settle a debate? Is Leonard Fournette a top 3 SEC running back since 2010? I like these questions. Okay, so it's okay. I think it would be very hard to argue against Derrick Henry. Okay, so Derrick Henry is with the Heisman Trophy. Man, I still don't know though. I don't. I could see an argument being made for Leonard Fournette over Derrick Henry. Uh, but it's not a good one. So I would say Derrick Henry's better. Uh, but can you make the argument for Fournette over Henry? Yes, I think you can. And I don't want to get into it too deep now. Uh, so that's one. Since 2010, Gurley? Is Todd Gurley better? Uh, maybe. So let's just say Gurley for argument's sakes, okay? And then I don't know. I don't know. Ingram, I could make an argument for Fournette over Ingram, but he did win the Heisman. I'll say this: the only SEC back since 2000 that is better than everyone else is McFadden. He is better than everyone else modern era. Bowen Herschel, that's 80s. I'm talking post 2000 modern era. McFadden. I would take McFadden over with his career. I would take him over Henry, Fournette, and Gurley. I think he had a better career. Did more with less, 2 back-to-back runner-up Heisman Trophy seasons. I would give Fournette that. I would give McFadden that. But Fournette, top 3 SEC running backs. Here's what I'll do, Pegasus. I'll dive a little deeper into it. Once again, when I have the SEC channel going, I'll answer more questions like this. I don't know if Noshawn was better than Fournette. Let me see. I guess Nick Chubb. I didn't know Nick Chubb was second in this is crazy. I don't know if I didn't know Nick Chubb was second. I want y'all to see this. I did not know Nick Chubb was second in SEC rushing yards. I agree with this, Danny. A lot of it is Brady. But I also think, Danny, to be fair to Fournette, I think he just played in the wrong era, right? Not many running backs really move the needle, period. Whereas if Fournette played in the mid 2000s or even the pre 2000s more so, where it was just really about between the tackles running and just a battering ram running back, give him 25 carries a game, he would be better suited, right? But Danny, I'll even share this story. I said on a Baton Rouge radio show, or said it, I tweeted something out and I got someone really angry. I had Leonard Fournette. I said that I would draft Dalvin Cook and Christian McCaffrey over Leonard Fournette just because of their pass catching ability. And I thought they were just more versatile backs. And I got some heat for that. And obviously, it turned out to be true. That wasn't a knock on Fournette. Those other 2 guys were just really, really good. But, that was, the thing. But now Fournette has become a way better pass catcher. Now that he's found Tom and he's put together a pretty good NFL career. You have to cast any LSU player as Superman in a movie. Who is it? And why is it Jamal Adams? Yeah. Would it be Jamal Adams? I don't know. That's it's kind of a crazy question. I've never thought of LSU players as superheroes. But let me think about that. But yeah, this is crazy. Like Dalton Hillier and Charles Alexander still top. That's crazy, huh? They're still top 10 SEC runners ever. Yeah, Alex Collins was a beast. TJ Yeldon. But see, you look down here, Mark Ingram's way down this list. Crazy. Once again, that's cumulative, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, I didn't know Nick Chubb was the SEC's second all-time leading rusher. That's crazy. I did not know that. Well, all right, guys and gals, we'll see you here tomorrow night. Hopefully, everything with Jack goes smoothly. It should. And once again, our spring practice coverage is presented by our friends at the Presley Collection. We're going to tell you all about our diamonds. We're going to tell you all about Presley Collection's price match guarantee. Those diamonds, woo, they so good, baby. You go to PresleyCollection.com and learn more. And I guarantee you, especially if you let Presley know that you heard it from me, he's going to get you the absolute lowest prices. I know this. I have no idea who Leland McElroy is, but I do love Lil Aaron right here. Let's go. It is power hour LSU boom. And I've been wanting these for quite some time. Tonight, baby, we're doing chicken enchiladas. Let's go.